Welcome, everybody, to the LIPSEY'S Aim Higher podcast. I'm Rob Eberzino. We have Diamond Dangerous Dale Luke. He's feeling a little poorly today, so we'll go easy on him. But it didn't keep us off the range. And we've got two very special guests from FN, two product development managers. One we're going to talk handguns, and one we're going to talk about these three fine specimens in front of us here. We've got Chris Johnson and Benjamin Voss. He lets me call him Ben. I don't know if you'll let everybody call you Ben, but I feel like we're old friends
for what I usually get.
Yeah, good. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So we just got off the range. We did some shooting this morning with several new FN items, some that you see in front of you, and some that aren't quite out yet, but will be soon. So we're not going to talk about those just yet. We'll get to those later, but
much later.
So let's kick it off. We started with the handgun, so I'll let you guys get into this. Chris, I'll give this to you. Sure. And we've got a brand new model launching at SHOT Show here. And you can get into, let's get into it. It's the 309 MRD, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the FN 309 MRD. It's a semi-automatic 9mm handgun. And one of the things that's new about it is that we've designed this thing from the ground up for new shooters and basically new people that haven't had a chance to experience the FN brand yet.
Right.
So, chambered in 9mm. It's going to ship with one 16-round magazine, one 20-round magazine, and it's got a lot of easy-to-use features that will make basically people that are either unfamiliar with FN's products or just shooting in general, give them a lot more confidence to, basically pick up a product that's basically tailor-made for them to kind of help them along their journey in firearms ownership and usage.
That was a big, kind of some selling points, I guess, on that was the slide, the ease of use of the slide, of racking the slide, loading the magazine. You could talk about a couple of those details.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so like one of the things is we spend a lot of time doing research, trying to understand the new gun buyer, trying to understand, people that aren't familiar with FN. And, while like a lot of our products like the 509 Tactical, the high power, the FNX, they're really kind of built for that enthusiast,
right? That
more kind of experienced user.
Great guns, yeah.
And basically what we heard loud and clear from some customers is that, one, they just had a hard time using some of those tactical features, like racking the slide, for instance, basically loading the magazine. So like we wanted to do is basically design a product that was like easy to use, easy to wear, like people that had like, maybe not hand mobility issues, but just people that were unfamiliar, they could easily like rack the slide.
Look, I'm having like tennis elbow tendonitis issues for real in my left arm, or my left elbow. And, I rack that, and it's a testament. I'm hoping this goes away. I'm getting old, but really it was much noticeably easier even than some of the other guns that we shot today.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've measured it. It's about 25% lower slide racking force than the 509 Tactical, and that's primarily driven by the internal hammer-fired mechanism that powers this pistol.
Yeah. And the magazine, we've got a little cheat diagram on the magazine even.
Yeah. So some of our early, user research that we did is, we went and got a bunch of newer shooters, and we basically just observing how they use the product. Yeah. And one of the things, we had a lady that basically was loading the magazine of one of our pistols, and silly mistake, she loaded the bullets backwards.
Right.
And so if you look and see here is we added this pictogram that basically you can kind of feel, and you can see, and just basically it serves as a little indicator. It kind of seems a little silly, but when you're starting this new hobby and there's a lot of ego in shooting and things like that, anything that we can do to help these new users basically have more confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's intimidating to go out there if you've never shot before, right. You're new to shooting sports and that sort of thing. So, I think it's pretty cool actually. So, and there was thought behind it,
Yep. But yeah, it'll ship with one 16-round and then one 20-round magazine. So you get a lot of onboard capacity with this pistol right when you pick it up from the store. You don't have to go buy extra mags or anything like that. It ships with two ships with two right from the box. So.
And this is built here in the U.S.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't want to sacrifice our quality standards or our design standards or anything like that. So it's built in our factory in Columbia, South Carolina, designed here for basically everyday shooters in America.
Yeah, I mean, FN's known, obviously for being, supplying military grade firearms, and there's no compromise on this, other than the price point a little bit. So I think people will be pleased that, to kind of find out the affordability, as you said, to kind of get into the FN ecosystem, as something more would say entry level, but again, not in product, but in price.
Yeah, we definitely, we heard loud and clear from very early on is that, while we make great high-end tactical products, they're not easily accessible for a lot of people.
Right.
So
yeah.
We wanted to make sure that, while not sacrificing our reliability or quality standards, or even like where we get product from, that we can, deliver the FN brand promise to a much wider range of users.
So we have a manual safety and a non-manual safety version, I believe, correct?
Yep, that's right. I think the one I'm holding here is the non-manual safety version. That will be the first one to launch.
Yep.
And then shortly thereafter, we'll have the manual safety model ready to go.
You shot these bad boys, so
I sure did.
Let's hear from you. So we actually all did. I mean, they were fantastic. We had a great lineup of guns today. It was fun.
For a person that really wants to put that first foot forward into the FN world, this is a great starter. From the front of the gun to the back of the gun, the sights, the U-notch rear, cut out with the high-vis front sight. The gun shoots directly to the sights.
Yeah.
The simplicity and how easy it is to rack the slide. The magazine, it's a solid polymer mag, but with the thick feeding lips, when you're trying to struggle to get that very last round in there, you're burning your thumb trying to press down that last round. It doesn't happen with these mags.
Yeah.
It's built to perfection, and they really shot unbelievable.
Well, we had a lot of fun with both versions, so the manual, non-manual safety, but also with the red dot.
Yep.
The red dots are always fun. It's all the rage now, so that's we were ringing plates today. It was cool.
We found even for this like newer buyer that people were wanting to future-proof their purchase, so we made the decision to not even introduce a non-MRD model, from the get-go. So basically, you'll see 309 MRD. They're all going to come, cut for a red dot optic. So if you want to, you can take the pistol home and buy an optic later, or you can basically get one from the store there that day. So it uses the Shield RMS or the Delta Point Pro footprint, and basically any optic, and there'll be a little kit of screws and a tool on the inside where you can basically easily mount the optic to the pistol.
Fantastic.
And complete Picatinny rail underneath the barrel for any laser light accessory you can imagine.
Yeah, it does have an accessory rail on the front of it. It is a little bit shorter than like probably I would say like a duty size pistol. Mm-hmm. But any of your Streamlight like TLR 7s, things like that, they're it's easily going to fit on here, and it's a really nice accessory to 309.
Well, it's a nicely compact gun too. It's not tiny. It's not big. I mean, it's just it kind of fits that nice kind of middle category, I think.
That's right.
Now, explain to the people, the advantage over, instead of it being a true striker fire, but being a hammer fired, the advantages of disassembly and all the other stuff.
Yeah, so that's a great point. So it is internal hammer fired. It's inspired by our FN Reflex pistol. And one of the great things about it is that you don't need to pull the trigger to take it down. So when it comes time to clean and oil and maintain it, with a lot of striker-fired pistols, you do have to pull the trigger to take it down, and kind of violates one of the cardinal rules of owning firearms ownership is don't pull the trigger until you're ready to fire upon something. So the internal hammer fire, gives you a great easy to rack slide. It allows you to basically take it down without pulling the trigger. And the third, I think one of the coolest features on this pistol is it's got a great feeling trigger. It's very smooth. It's very crisp, and we wanted to put that in this pistol too to basically help with users in their recoil anticipation and make them become more proficient marksmen with shooting pistols.
Great reset. The gun does have a very fast reset.
Yeah, the reset was great on that for sure. What do you think, Ben? You've shot this, right?
Absolutely.
I know you're the SCAR guy. We're gonna get to you in just a second, but what are some of your?
I was hoping he would get to the trigger as one of what I feel key feature on the internal hammer is it gives you a really, really good trigger.
Yeah. We really enjoyed shooting it. Like I said, we had a great lineup today, and a couple we can't mention yet. But this is the one we started out with, and it set the bar pretty high. So
it set the tone for the range day.
Yeah, for sure. It was nice. Any other thoughts on that one?
We're really excited to get this one out. We've been working on it for a very, very long time, and I think it's something that FN brand fans and enthusiasts will be happy to see, and then I think it's going to be a great way for new people to experience the brand, and have something that they can protect themselves and their families with.
Absolutely. And if you're seeing this, SHOT Show must be underway because this is the launch time for this gun. So you can go if you're at SHOT Show, go by the FN booth. They're going to have it there, and if not, you can go get back home or wherever you're at, and go bug your local Lipsey's dealer to get one of these on order because they'll be shipping. I mean, we'll have them in January.
That's right.
Should.
That's right.
Limited quantities available. My disclaimer: I can't promise anybody anything. So, anyhow, but yeah, congratulations! It's a great gun. So, all right, Ben, let's get into some of these scars now. So, and Chris, you can chime in here too. This isn't just just for Ben, but so Ben does the product development. Heads up product development for the scar specifically, and there's a slew of new features, more than I can even. I'm not even going to start. I'm going to let you run down the list of 25 bullet points. I think is what we've talked about, and then some.
There's a lot to talk about with the next generation scar.
Take it from the top.
Okay, so a lot of your viewers and a lot of FN customers have grown to know SCAR, what we now refer to as the legacy SCAR.
Right.
The original SCAR that rolled out to the government in 2008, and same year we rolled it out to the commercial market in the SCAR 16S and then the 17S.
Iconic. I mean, it's probably a top 10 most recognizable firearm.
Exactly. It found its way
Yep.
into pop culture very quickly.
Yep.
Because of that SOCOM contract, and then when the commercial rifles hit the commercial market, it redefined a commercial rifle segment that did not exist before.
Right.
And that is that premium performance piston-driven carbine, and particularly the SCAR 17S and a heavy carbine, a rather lightweight heavy carbine or 7.62 or 308 based rifle.
Yeah.
That was soft recoiling for a 308, light for a 308. It's adaptable, it's dependable, it's reliable. It is tested and proven by the military, by FN, and now tens of thousands of commercial users over the last 17 or 18 years now. It became that icon because of those core hallmarks of what a SCAR rifle is.
Plus, it looks badass. I mean,
it does cut a
right.
Now what we hope to believe
Stating the obvious.
an iconic silhouette.
Right. Yeah.
Well, just the silhouette says, "I'm a SCAR."
That's right. That's part of it. As you were telling me earlier about the design, that was some of this you didn't tamper with, just for that reason.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, the original, the Legacy SCAR came out in 2008.
So the Legacy SCAR now is out of production.
U.S. commercial Legacy SCARs are out of production. Yes.
Right. I know it's been kind of news of late, but
yes.
But so it's officially the commercial version's out of production, and we're moving on to.
We are replacing it with the next generation of commercial U.S. made SCARs.
Gotcha.
And in our development of that, we took the opportunity to look at every aspect and every component and every attribute and feature of the rifle as an area to possibly enhance, improve, or advance. Is there something we can change about the rifle that will improve its performance or equal that iconic performance of the Legacy SCAR in a meaningful way that really will be important to our customers?
Right.
So the changes we made, some of them are very, very subtle, and I wish we had an hour to talk about this and get to all of them.
Yeah.
But we looked at every aspect of it and said, is there room for improvement? Is there a way to enhance the performance of the rifle for the customer? And what we came up with is the next generation SCAR. Mm-hmm. So as you look at it, straight away you see a longer receiver. That was customers for a while now have been saying, and you see in an aftermarket, they'll buy an aftermarket extension for the receiver that covers the gas block, allows a forward hand grip that's all the way forward, even sometimes in front of the gas block. Now our receiver on the carbines extends to cover the gas block completely. Underneath the gas block, or underneath that longer receiver, is a longer, more slender forearm with M-lock.
Great for grip. We tried that out today. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so much easier to handle.
Clearly things that customers have adapted through aftermarket to make their SCARs more adaptable is now going to be right out of the box on the next generation rifle. Forward to that, and I'm certain your viewers are probably chuckling themselves, there's a suppressor on a SCAR.
The appendage on the end there?
Yes,
I know.
the
it's
appendage
rather
on a
obvious.
SCAR.
Yeah.
Next generation SCARs are fully compatible with low back pressure, forward venting suppressors. The suppressor on this SCAR is the new FN QD 762 forward venting suppressor. We also have a 5.56 version of the QD series suppressors that will be launching at the exact same time as our next generation rifles.
And it performed because we shot that very gun today.
Correct. So as we come back on the rifle, so that the longer receiver, M-lock, suppressor capable, coming back to the controls, we changed almost every control on the rifle to enhance it or improve it for the customer. Most notably, as you'll see, the viewers can see the right-hand side of the SCAR 17 that's standing. There is a bolt catch release now on the right side. So all of our controls are completely ambidextrous to include a functional bolt catch and release on the right side of the rifle.
It was so smart and yet foreign because, you know, it was so easy to use, and you know, you had to just kind of show us because we're not used to seeing like good the ergonomics like that. I mean, it was really pretty cool. And then Dale and I both used it. I'm like, I could just use, you know, your finger just goes up.
The trigger finger for right-handed shooter, it goes right to it.
Super cool.
And as soon as you
it's a great
use
feature.
it a couple times, you're like, why is it always?
Yeah.
Why was it never always here?
Yeah, for sure.
And we took the magazine release buttons, and we elongated them, brought them further back and down so they're more accessible to if you have a different grip on it, brings your hand back further. We redesigned the selector lever situation on it. On the legacy guns, there were two selector levers, a long and a short. You could flop sides. Here we have a long offset, a short offset, and a center mount one that comes with it. Two are mounted on the gun. And with those offsets, those can be flipped up and down on the same side of the rifle. So with the three included selector levers, you have a combination of 16 possible configuration of selector levers in the box with the rifle.
Lots of options.
Yeah. Lots of options.
That's good. Yeah.
The next generation rifles carry the non-reciprocating charging that handle assembly that has been on the legacy SCAR for the last 5 or 6 years. So customers will appreciate that as well.
Super smooth. Yeah, I mean, used to that. Yeah, for sure.
Coming back on the rifle, we improved on the rear receiver plate, improved sling mounting capability. So instead of sling loops on the rear receiver plate, it's QD cups, left and right side. We also, on the M-lock forearm, include a QD cup that the customer can mount wherever they want, further increasing adaptability of the rifle for the shooter who's using slings. On the back of the carbine rear stock, we added QD cups all the way back on the butt stock near the heel of the rifle. So, again.
Welcome to the show, Jason. Continue.
Can't take him anywhere.
That was his jaw hitting the ground as I discussed the features.
Jason's sitting in the back of the room today with judging eyes, you know, like we're being graded on a test. Go ahead. You failed, by the way. So continue.
So all these features are really to make the gun easier to use based on feedback we've gotten for customers over the last 17 years.
Yeah, you were even soliciting some of our salespeople, you know, trying to get info from them and, you know, improvements and so forth, I think, right?
You're part of the market.
Yeah,
absolutely. All of our customers.
Yeah.
Our retail customers, our industry partners, and, of course, the end users.
Yeah. And you've got, was it the heat shields on the front?
Yes, with the extended receiver that now covers a gas block. So the gas block is completely covered by the receiver or inside the envelope of the receiver. It still has the two-position gas regulator of the legacy SCAR, and it's suppressed and unsuppressed. But you can't see it on this rifle. You can see it because it's on the opposite side. We have there's two ports that you can access the gas regulator since it's now inside the receiver.
Right.
On the left side, we have installed on this rifle a polymer, heat-resistant polymer heat shield that pops over that port, and it can be put on the left side or right side of the gun if you're a left-handed shooter, so that your hand can literally grip the receiver around that gas block, and you'll not have gas venting out of the gas block into your hand.
Right. That's a cool feature, and that's new too.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's more of a subtle feature, but it's thoughtful. We thought it's going to be thoughtful. Customers will appreciate this.
Well, a lot of people like to, you know, be in control of the front end of the rifle and
Correct.
have a high hold.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
So Dale, you are the owner of what we now call the Legacy.
The Legacy,
SCAR.
yes, absolutely.
And you picked up this gun, this rifle right in front of us here, and shot it. And the first thing you said was,
It's very, very soft shooting.
And you knew
and Ben's going to explain,
Yes.
you know, all the.
I think it was you said something about I can feel the difference, you know, like.
Oh, you can definitely feel the difference
Yeah.
between the two
After just a couple rounds.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, rapid firing 5 rounds at a steel plate at, I think we were at 40 yards.
Yeah.
And I mean, it stays on target. There's zero muzzle rise. It's clear as day. It's amazing. But yeah, you can definitely feel the difference, especially on your offhand, your support hand, with the M-LOK system being a lot smoother than the Picatinny rail, or
wrap around it a little bit better.
Well, you can definitely wrap around it, but you don't have to put ladders throughout the Picatinny rail because it's relatively sharp. Ben, I think you and I were talking, and you were mentioning that it has a true AR grip to it.
Yes. So you can't see it here, but people will notice, customers will say, oh my God, it doesn't have an A2 grip on it anymore. Mm-hmm. Yes. But underneath that new grip, an FN grip that we've designed for carbines, is true AR-15 grip compatibility.
Yes.
Further increasing the adaptability of the rifle. If you don't like the particular grip that the next generation rifle ships, any AR-15 grip will fit right onto this new trigger module assembly.
Yeah, and with the flared out, with a beveled magazine, the magazine's just, I mean, you can literally throw the magazine in there. I mean, it's going to stick every time.
Yeah, that was really smooth.
But, out of all the cosmetic features and functionality features on the exterior of the rifle, the interior is where you truly feel the difference in how the gun handles and runs.
That's a huge difference, and you can get into that.
It is. Yeah. So everything that we've talked about here so far is on the external.
We can't manipulate one, I guess, looking at YouTube. But so, anyways,
these are features that customers have mentioned to us, and we've seen it in some of our competitors doing features like this. So we are making sure our rifle stays at the top of that segment that it defined.
Yeah.
By making these user interface features what the customer wants.
Yeah.
Like I said, we changed it so that the customer will feel that change in a meaningful way that's important to them.
Yeah.
What they've not asked for, we're going to provide them, and this will advance the SCAR platform beyond any of our competitors, of what Dale was referring to, in a soft recoiling rifle.
Yeah.
And that is, can't see it here because it's inside the gun. It's an internal feature. It's a hydraulic buffer. Well, that's not new to firearms. FN has been putting hydraulic buffers in our military firearms for decades, literally.
Right.
That buffer is now part of the bolt carrier. So we now have a skeletonized, lightened 2-piece bolt carrier, still non-recip, that has a buffer in it. And the buffer acts as a shock absorber, and it's on the back of the bolt carrier. As the bolt carrier comes to the rear and comes to a stop, that buffer, the hydraulic buffer, softens that rearward stop as the bolt carrier comes back to the rear. And that dramatically softens felt recoil. So the gun stays on target between shots.
I mean, we say soft shooter a lot, everybody. That term kind of gets thrown around a lot, honestly. I mean, we use it, but it is a soft shooter. It really, really is. I think it was the 16. Is that the one we threw the can on that one and shot?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. It's like shooting a 22. I mean, it was amazing. Amazing.
And now that the SCAR 17S, the heavy carbine with the hydraulic buffer, it's like shooting a soft shooting 5.56 now.
It is.
And the 5.56 16S is literally like shooting a 22.
Yeah.
These are
Destiny was ringing plates with
it. This is not a. Your viewers might be skeptical. I've heard soft shooting before. I would urge your viewers, if you get an opportunity to pick up and shoot a SCAR Next Generation, you will understand what we're talking about.
What about the different models we had today? I know we've got new color variation. I mean, and but we've got a couple different models here too, as you just kind of referred to.
So the Next Generation SCAR those features and upgrades and enhancements apply to all U.S.-made commercial SCARs. So that is the SCAR 16S, the 17S, and the 20S as well.
Okay.
So those are the 3 models you see up there. Of course, the 16S is the 5.56 light carbine. The SCAR 17S is that 7.62 and 6.5 Creedmoor heavy carbine. And of course, the 20S is our precision version of the SCAR Next Generation lineup. It's available in 7.62 or 6.5 Creedmoor. all three of these rifles have all the upgrades that I've discussed so far.
So we've, the black and the FTE are that is not new. The gray is new though.
Correct. We're adding a third colorway to the SCAR in the next generation lineup, and that is the gray.
And it's awesome.
I thank you very much.
With color coordinated cases too. It was very, your presentation, by the way, at the range was I mean, this whole truck situation he has, the slide out, the cases, everything's like color coordinated. It makes it easy for dumb guys like me to figure out what goes where.
That's another. It's not a gun feature upgrade, but it is included with every next generation SCAR rifle, and that is that custom soft case that every rifle ships with.
It's a nice touch. It really is.
It's an adaptable case with movable inserts. So some viewers may be familiar with the case the SCAR 15P comes in. This is a rifle size version of that case. So you can, if you put an optic on your rifle, you can move the rifle inside the case to accept the rifle still fits in the case with your optic. The carbines will fit in the case with our suppressor on them. Remaining on the rifle. Bipods on your gun can stay on your gun in this adaptable soft case. All included in the cost or the price to the customer of a next-gen rifle.
And that's what, I don't want to get too wrapped up in price, but by and large, the prices are not fluctuating much at all, and in some cases even coming down a little.
Well, again, when we looked at
depending on the model,
every aspect of the customer feedback, we wanted customer feedback. One of the feedbacks is, it redefined what a premium performance carbine and rifle is in the piston-driven world.
Sure.
And it is an expensive rifle. I can't deny that.
Right.
It might be unacceptably expensive for some. So we were very thoughtful in the changes we made. Literally, every component was looked at. Mm-hmm. Is there a way that we can change this component to make it meaningful to our customers? Sometimes that meant bringing cost out of the part so that I can pay for that buffered bolt carrier and not increase the price of the customer.
Right.
So all those feature upgrades that we talked about in the next generation rifle, I think the viewers and our customers are going to be relieved to hear the price is not going up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So a SCAR 17S.
With the amount of R&D that FN has put into this rifle,
for sure.
that is huge for it not to go up at all.
And all that, so for example, SCAR 16S will be the same map as it was for a Legacy last year. 17S is going to be $150 less than it was a year ago on a Legacy 17S. 20S will be $400 less than a Legacy 20S a year ago.
That's
with all those feature upgrades.
Yeah, that's impressive. 25 plus,
so the
different
value to the customer is increased. Increased value to the customer.
Right.
Through all those feature upgrades.
What's give me a couple of your favorite attributes on the new model here, Chris? You've shot this, obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of the lengthened receiver and the heat shield cover. With my shooting style, I definitely like, have my hand out, further up and just having that little heat shield there, just protect my soft little hands.
Right.
The other ones, I love all the QD cups everywhere on there. It gives you a lot of versatility to be able to, mount a sling in a bunch of different configurations. So those are probably my top two. And then, the fact that we were able to kind of keep the silhouette of the iconic SCAR and doing all those upgrades, I think hats off to the development team. They've done a great job on that.
It was a fun unveiling today because we started with the pistols and Dale was warming up the pistols, and I was sneaking over by these because all the hard cases were closed. I'm like, I had to open one and get a peek at it.
I kept an eye on you, didn't I?
I wanted to take a look because I didn't know what aesthetically, just from looking at it, what would change. But yeah, I was pleasantly just surprised to see, just the core, just the core look and the classic look of that rifle the same. But I noticed, the length, a couple things obviously right off the bat. But yeah, fantastic. Anything you want to add?
I would just say we'll be shipping them in Q1. As our viewers are watching this.
Also at SHOT Show. Again, you're seeing this SHOT Show's underway or over at this point. So if it's not over, they'll be in the FN booth. You can come get up close to them. But yeah, go ahead.
I would urge if your viewers are not at SHOT Show and have an opportunity to come by and visit us.
Most won't be, so that's
then I would urge them to go to a LIPSEY'S dealer and ask to see one.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And see it and feel it for yourself.
Chris, any other final thoughts on this?
No, I'm really excited for the world to see this and all the work that we've been working on with the SCAR the last couple of years,
and the 309,
yeah. And then even some of the other things. There's a big dedicated team back at the factory who've been working on this stuff, so it's really nice to kind of see some of these things come to life and be here with you guys to kind of introduce them to the world.
Man, we had a really great time today. Dale, any other thoughts you wanted to cap this off with?
Closing thoughts. FN's always been known for a manufacturer to over-engineer everything, and there's no doubt that has happened on these two new platforms here. They were a joy to shoot. They really were.
Yeah, we had a blast today. Again, I really appreciate you guys coming out. I mean, it was a lot of stuff. You hauled a lot of stuff down here, and we sure did like getting a little sneak peek and taste test of these things before they hit the market.
It's our pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you can leave any of those here with Jason and I and Dale. There's three of
good
us.
news is-
Three of us and three guns. I don't know.
I don't know. I think
coincidence. Whatever.
We'll be shipping you pallets of them.
Okay. All right.
Have
Good.
your sales guy talk to our sales guy.
All right. Cool.
I think Destiny will throw hands with you on the 16.
Yeah, that's true. Destiny's in the mix now. So yeah. All right. Well, again, thank you guys. Really appreciate you coming out. And everybody, you can check out. FN's pretty easy to find. The SCAR is certainly a very recognizable firearm. The 309, you're going to see a lot of new publicity on it, new videos. We've got a couple other short videos that you can check out as well. So you know where to find FN, and you can find us at LIPSEY'S Gun on all the social medias. And until next time, aim higher.